Let's look at what's new in Hive this week. We're introducing workspace trash bin so that you can recover action cards and projects moving forward. You will now have the option to use a 14-day filter in My Actions tab. We're now giving you the option to archive notes. You will now be able to export project custom fields both in Excel and CSV format. We're now ordering dependencies in sequential order on your action cards. And last but not least, we're now allowing you to set the action start date to be the same as the end date. Let's start with the first update. We're excited to announce that, using our new trash bin feature, you will now be able to restore any action cards or projects deleted within the last 30 days. The trash bin will live under workspace settings, and you can access it easily by clicking on your profile menu, as well as going into workspace settings and locating the trash bin tab here. Please note that you can only restore projects that you're a member of and action cards that you have access to. Moving forward, when you're in My Actions tab, you will now be able to use a 14-day filter to get a list of actions happening within 14 days. You can do this by clicking on the filter icon here and choosing next 14 days as your date range. The next update we have is the ability to archive notes. When you're in Notes, you will now see a fourth tab that's called Archive. If you want to archive a note, you can select the note and click on the Archive button here. This will move the note to the Archive tab. You can always bring this note by selecting it and clicking on the Unarchive button here. Let's move on to our next update. You can now export project custom fields from table view. Just to give an example here, I have two project custom fields called Responsible and Department. If I want to export this view with all the columns listed here, including the project custom fields, all I have to do is click on More and click on the Export option and choose the file format. My file will now have all the fields, including those two project custom fields. We are now ordering dependencies in sequential order on action cards so that the order appears more logical. Previously, when you had multiple dependencies on the action, the card will show you everything that is waiting on the action card and then everything the card is waiting on. We're flipping the order here. So moving forward, you will first see everything the card is waiting on, and then everything that is waiting on the card. And the last update we have for this week is allowing you to choose the same start date and due date on the action card. Previously, if the action would only take 1 day to complete, you would only be able to mark the due date on the action card. Now you can both include the same start date and the same due dates. That's all we have for this week. Thanks to everyone who has requested features or voted in Kenny. We're proud to be community built. See you all next week.